So what's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week's video we're going to be talking 3D printing. Now no doubt you're into FPV, hence you're watching this channel, and thank you for that by the way. If you're not, please think about liking and subscribing. Get there in early, you know, good content creator, there I am. So yeah, there's two types of people really in FPV, those that 3D print and those that don't. Now for the longest time I didn't. I relied on friends printing me stuff out, eBay, a lot of stuff like that. Anyway, got to the point where I thought, well, looks to it, let's just buy one. So in this video, what I think I'll do, I'll give you a quick rundown of my first couple of weeks of printing, how they've gone, and show you which printer I've got as well, which is probably not a bad idea. So alright, let's go. So there she is, there's the Creality Ender 3 S1. Now like I say, this is my first printer, and it is a pretty looking thing. No, it doesn't come fully assembled, you do have to assemble it out, but there is some quite good features on it actually. Obviously that's at the top there where you hang your TPU. There's this little thing here, this is actually a little sensor that tells your printer to stop printing if you're out of TPU. Sounds that not TPU, any filament you happen to be using, you know, as soon as that comes out of there, there's a little switch, a little sensor in there that tells it to stop printing. You know, once you've replaced your filament, you can start printing from where it was. Now you've got a little pad here that controls everything. Unfortunately, it's not a touch pad, you know, which not end up well, because that used to everything being a touchpad nowadays, you know, your phones and stuff like that, which is all used by this little knob. You click on the button there to access your prints and stuff like that. Got prepare there, which allows you to preheat your bed and do all sorts of stuff, reset your offset for your nozzle and stuff like that. And the good thing about this printer, it's got an auto leveling sensor on it. I'll set that now so we can have a quick look at that. You see the little blue light there, the bottom of that is a little sensor on that. Now what's that currently doing is seeing where the bed is. Now there is wheels underneath here, you can, as it moves away, little wheels underneath there, you can manually level this bed. But if you use this little probe, you can see it going up and down there now. What it does is go around, I think it's 16 points on the bed, and if your table isn't perfectly levelled, it actually levels it in software. You know, it's clever enough to use its brain to adjust the print to make it more or less level. Yeah, as you can see there, I went with the Ender 3 S1. I know a couple of guys who already have this printer and recommended it to me, and I've got to say it's been, no, not flawless. I wouldn't say it's been flawless. It started out absolutely bang on, but as time went on, I started to develop a little bit of stringing, a little bit of blebbing and blistering and stuff like that. Nothing too severe, but anyway, after doing a bit of research and talking to a couple of friends, I decided to invest in a dryer. I'll show you that now. Thanks to Loose FPV for the recommendation. This is my filament dryer, and you can see that here, that goes inside. That's my black filament. You can see how much I've used of that already. There's a little heater there, but what this actually does, it heats it up to a certain level, depending on what you set it to at the top. I've got it set for TPU, and then there's a little moisture content meter at the bottom there. Now obviously the longer you leave this on, the less moisture is going to be inside it. What it actually does is heats it up and then draws the air out through there and blows it out the fan at the back, so it's actually taking the moisture out from the box. It's not just warming it up and causing condensation, it's actually taking the moisture out. Now there is a little space down the bottom as well for some desiccant and stuff like that. We'll leave that in there, just a little bit of a extra helping hand for getting rid of some moisture. So put that back in there. All sealed up nicely there. Now that little print you just saw running there was actually that. Now that's a front bumper that I'm going to be using on, it's actually not for this frame, it's for another frame, it's on the floor, but I thought I'd get this 5-inch down and quickly show you. It's little front bumper for that. Now I have been printing quite a bit, as you can tell from the state of this quad. It's now 95% TPU, but the good thing about that is, especially these bando boats, you know, hopefully they can save me a motor or two, and it'll also stop the end of your arms delaminating. You know, you can print bumpers, bando boats. This camera mount, I printed that for my Action 2, I even did that in two-tone. You know, it's a bit funny that, but you have to sort of stop the printer halfway through, or what you think's halfway, and then change your filament and all stuff like that. But it is doable. It does look a lot better than one solid colour. Looks pretty cool. I've even got a dummy Action 2 mount in there that I printed as well. Yeah, a little beeper holder at the back, stubby antenna mount, Express LRS mount there. You know, I've only printed stuff for FPV quads, which, you know, that's all I really bought it for to start with. And I have been printing mainly TPU. Now, I am tempted to get some, is it PLA, some of the harder filament, and start messing about printing some other stuff. But just for now, I'm going to stick to printing all my quad bits, because that's what I bought it for, really. So, yeah. So, like I said, yeah, I'm super happy with this print. I really am. I think from a complete noob like me, who's never done any sort of 3D printing before, to be, knocking prints out within, well, I probably started my first print within 45 minutes of the box coming through the front door. Straight upstairs, opened it, assembled, and printing. So yeah, great printer, highly recommend it. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Please think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you already haven't. There's links down in the video description to the assembly video for this printer as well. There's also links down there to my patron, stuff like that. Now, I like to give my patrons a quick shout out in every video that I do, so I'll quickly do that now. A big thanks to my patrons, Josh Smith, that's Loose FPV, Reese Jones, Generic FPV, Make It Mamba, Adam Collins, that's Alpha Charlie, and Colt Carter, that's Slaughter Carter FPV. So thanks to them guys, they enabled me to keep this shit show running and buying props, and even, you know, even had a hand in buying this printer for me, so thank you very much. Like I say, if you care to join, there's benefits such as getting to see my videos early. I'll send you some stickers, t-shirt, depending on what tier you pick obviously, but if not, please continue to watch these videos and I hope you find some of them helpful. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.